I know, all right, I'm a supply-side conservative and so forth, but I want to note in the hearings yesterday with Fed Chairman Jay Powell, it was Ms. AOC who asked him about the Phillips curve. Why is rising growth and employment and low unemployment bad? Why does that cause inflation and higher interest rates? And Jay Powell says, well, you're right. That thing hasn't worked in decades. Now, I got to give her high marks for that. She got that out of the chairman. And by the way, that's been my position. That's been the president's position. Strong growth doesn't cause higher inflation and interest rates. And it looks like the Fed is going to cut their rates. But I'm just saying, you know, nobody in life is all good or all bad. And I got to give hats off. Ms. AOC kind of nailed that. And I'm hoping she and I can sit down and talk supply-side economics very soon.
Well, Larry, while you're in agreement with people that might be unlikely, the New York Times lead editorial today saying time for the Fed to cut interest rates, as you said. We may see Powell do that in the wake of the trade war. Do you agree with the New York Times? Time to cut the rates?
Well, it's that kind of day. I agree with Ms. AOC. I agree with the New York Times. Pretty soon I'm going to agree with all of you. Ainsley, I'm waiting for your questions on this. I think, look, the key point here is it's so interesting. You had this big booming jobs number that came out Friday.
Right. Yes.
And we've seen, you know, we're in a powerful prosperity cycle because of pro-growth policies on taxes and regulations and trade reform and energy and so forth. There's no stopping it. And I think another big column in the Wall Street Journal today, the least educated, the lower skilled group, the lower educated group, the blue collar group, they're benefiting the most from this prosperity cycle. And I think that's a really important point. So coming back to the Fed, hopefully they will remove obstacles, you know, to what the president called 4% growth, which is possible. And I think they are going to cut rates. And I think that was his message yesterday. And I think he's basically taken that Phillips curve that says you can't grow without higher rates. He's taken it. He's put a sword in it. He's put it back into a crypt. And hopefully we'll never see it again.